Hi everyone, I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for our reading today. I'll choose 3 cards, read the base of the pack, and I'll also choose 3 from the Destiny pack as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, for anyone who views this video. There we have the healing begins, the 6 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, strengthening bonds, and 14, balance. Well, so we have the 6 of Swords. So today is the healing moon. We are moving into a full moon tomorrow in Virgo. So huge energies around us at this time. Very powerful cosmic shifts occurring. Saturn is in the final degrees of moving from Aquarius into Pisces. And I feel this energy as a really smooth, healing energy. We have Chiron that is in Jupiter, the Chiron Jupiter in Aries. So this is giving us the opportunity to see where in our lives that we need healing. Chiron is the sacred healer. Together with Jupiter brings in those answers, the enlightenment to the questions that we have been asking and searching for the moment we come within. Saturn in the final degrees of Aquarius is asking us, so during this time and especially tomorrow, Saturn is going to be really observing the moon. The moon is all around our feelings. It is in Virgo. So this is asking us to really look at our emotions with Chiron in Jupiter, in Aries. Look at where we have these emotional blocks, because today is a powerful day of shining light on any discord, any unrest that we have within us, coming from the roots up. So we have done lots and lots of work. When we are in this place of awakening, we can soon feel ourselves coming out of alignment. We can soon feel our energy start to change. And instead of focusing on the outside world, we take it in. We take a breath. So powerful day today. We're on the healing moon. Then the evening before the full moon is the healing moon. So it's a beautiful time of doing any rituals, any healing rituals that we have that feels right for us, whether it is writing and burning, taking the salt bath, doing some sound therapy, whatever it is that helps us to align with peace and allow anything that is not of peace at this time to just dissolve. This card is the card that brings movement. So as we come into this stable environment within, we start then to move, and this is a card of movement, a card of moving. It may be moving home, it could be moving career. There's lots of movement with this card, but it's movement to a more positive environment as we still those emotions, as we calm ourselves, as we clear our thoughts. Our emotions begin to settle, and we see with clarity. Our intuition is heightened, and we are in the sun sign of Pisces, so lots of spiritual activity going on in our lives as well. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, strengthening bonds, and you can see she is walking into that light. The blossoms there, it looks like cherry blossoms, all bowing as she walks through, letting us know that we are supported. We're moving into a prosperous time and divinely abundant time, whether it is with our well-being, our physical health, or our finances. So when we take our attention away from fear, from lack, we then come into alignment, and these beautiful opportunities out of nowhere from the divine, these gifts from God, start to present themselves, and this is the beginning of that journey into manifestation. And then we have 14. So this is the Temperance card in the tarot. So it's asking us to stay balanced with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And we have Jupiter, Mars, Venus, all playing a part in this cosmic shift. Now Venus and Mars are the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and when we come together, that brings beautiful alignment within, when we balance those energies. So if we're going into too much masculine, we know we've gone into too much anger, we know we've gone into our masculine, we have gone out of alignment. When we are in too much leaning into the divine feminine, we over nurture, the emotions are flowing, and it's the feeling of being unloved. So as we bring these energies together, being mindful and being aware of listening to what's going on within us, not being tempted to react from old trauma. So as these transitions are occurring, so Saturn's going from Aquarius, which is the higher consciousness, the higher mind, connections, frequencies, wavelengths. So at the beginning of 2020, Saturn moved into Aquarius, and then shortly after we had lockdown. So Saturn was asking us to go within, to really look at where we're blocking ourselves with limiting beliefs, look at where we are maybe stepping into control or trying to force things to happen. And as we have dissolved and collapsed those old paradigms within us, realizing that we have no control over anyone or anything apart from our own emotional and mental and physical well-being, we've collapsed all those paradigms that Saturn has been asking us to look at. We're all going through this Saturn return together. Saturn takes 28 to 30 years in each sign to come through each sign. So we're all moving through this Saturn return together. So it's coming from Aquarius into Pisces, and Pisces is very spiritual. So it's enabling us to really make sense of our spiritual connection, make sense of our messages, of anything that's intangible, starting now to anchor it. And with the Sun in Pisces, Mercury is in Pisces also. So this is a beautiful time of really using our voice, our communications in a spiritual way, in a uplifting way. So we're moving, we're going through this transition. Everything that Saturn has taught us, it taught us to go within, it taught us to communicate on YouTube, on social media, it opened us up to that. So lots of work, clients using social media as a connection, and connecting with clients online from all around the world. So lots of positive energy came out from Saturn being in Aquarius, helping us to connect, helping us to let go of the old illusions that we had, that really just kept on incurring karmic lessons for us. Saturn is a planet that teaches us, is full of wisdom, and is the father, the father time. So looking at the past 2 years and what we have gained from the Saturn in Aquarius, it certainly gave us time during lockdown to sit and go within, to spend that time on diving deep within and listening to the conversations that we have with ourselves. So it's making this beautiful transition now into Pisces. So Saturn is a very structured planet. Pisces is the ocean. So it's asking us to be flexible, to not have these rigid beliefs, to not hold onto anything and grasp onto anything. Allow this movement and allow us to flow through this energy, being flexible, listening to our inner compass that guides us with peace. So beautiful time coming together, and Venus and Mars communicating beautifully during this full moon. So Venus and Mars are the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the M holds the V in the center. So there we have a beautiful energy of embrace, of support, of loving energy enfolding us. So as we're moving through these transitions and this big energy in the cosmos at play, it's about staying in that balance, really being aware and fine-tuning ourselves as we're all moving through this Saturn return together. And the base of the pack is shine. So this is a time to shine, to connect with the sun, and the sun is in Pisces, so connect with that spiritual essence within us that is connected to the galactic core, connected to our spiritual sun, that is constantly upgrading us, bringing these wonderful downloads of divine intelligence, helping us to activate and to evolve as these times of change are occurring. They're occurring for the cosmos, for Mother Earth, and also on an individual level as well. So as we're moving through these times of change, come in, focus on our vision, focus on what uplifts us, focus on the joy of life. And if we are going through some transition and things are feeling really heavy, take a breath and take a step back. There's no rush. Everything is in divine order. The cosmos is holding us lovingly as we're making this transition into our ascension. So the sun is shining, bringing that beautiful spiritual upgrade. We're on this healing moon. Connect to our higher selves, connect to Our angels connect to Archangel Raphael and his legions of healing angels to really help us to come into perfect alignment and balance with our soul mission, with our soul self, and helping us to move forward now during these times of change in balance with light within, allowing that light to shine on our path. And as we do that, we bring ourselves into that alignment with joy, everything that uplifts us as we move forward and focus on things that really light us up from the inside out. And this Sun card is all around positive outcome. So no matter what you may be facing, if you're still going through the heaviness, know that it's coming to an end. We're still going through some cleansings, and that will always be the case, because something will always arise, because we're living in this third dimensional energy. So when we take our attention and somebody triggers a trauma within us, then it's easy for us to start to react with that. So we're being asked to come back, realize that nothing out there is triggering us. Those triggers are already within us. Spend today calling in Archangel Raphael to please cleanse and clear anything now that is knocking us out of alignment, whether it be spiritual, mental, emotional or physical. Bringing ourselves into alignment, breathing to that place of peace, feeling its beautiful healing energy penetrate in every cell of our body, and feeling ourselves, every cell within our body, start to rejuvenate, to rise up into the higher consciousness, into the higher awareness that we are all one. We are all connected. The plants, animals, our pets, we're all connected. And when we hurt anything in our outside world, we're actually hurting ourselves. So, but when we come from that place of peace, and we realize that we have got maybe some unresolved pain working through us, to sit, call on Archangel Raphael if anything starts to rise up this evening, because it's such a powerful transition that we're all going through. And the full moon does bring up the shadow, and with Saturn looking and communicating with the moon, keeping its eye on the moon, anything that may rise up before Saturn moves into Pisces tomorrow, an hour after the full moon. So anything that may be rising, know that Saturn is asking us to look at our shadows, to see through the illusion that we are these souls, these beings of light that have come to evolve during this time, to help the planet and everyone in our reality, to shine that light and help everyone and guide the ascension, first and foremost for ourselves. So beautiful and powerful energy. I can't say enough. It's so many messages are coming through, but it's all, when I condense it, every message is one of upliftment, is one of joy, is one of connecting to our higher self, to the higher consciousness, bringing that love from the cosmos, the divine love from the cosmos, into our bodies, and it will guide us into freedom. So a beautiful time of keeping balance. See the sun, look at the sunny side of everything, see the positivity as much as we can, and if we can't, then go within and really pour self-love do the self-healing, calling on Archangel Raphael during today, and I have got the emerald on today, just by chance. So yeah, keeping in alignment, wearing emerald, blessing your water before you drink it, doing your self-healing, placing your hand on your heart, feeling your heart open, and opening up to this downpouring of light that will heal any wounds that we have not seen. So wonderful time. So I'm asking now for a message from the destiny, the spirit of the destiny, to please bring through messages for our highest and greatest good for underneath the Six of Swords. We have luck, the luckiest card in the spread. We have took this time to do the healing without going into those old patterns. We all know that stress, anxiety, conflict don't add anything to our lives. They certainly don't help our health, because we release cortisol, adrenaline, and everything that takes blood from our vital organs into our joints. We're constantly in that fight or flight or freeze state. So as we've come out of that, as we've done the healing, this is our luck coming in now, opening up, realizing everything within will reflect on the outside. So to really take ourselves in, that's where we are creating this beautiful environment of heaven within us. So this is the luckiest card in the spread. This is praising that we've done the work, that we are moving into those beautiful times now where Saturn is in Pisces, bringing that beautiful soothing energy. Then for underneath the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Stork, bringing luck. The Stork always comes when there is luck coming into our lives. So luck where our finances are concerned, luck where our health is, those beautiful enlightened thoughts that come through and just answer and give us the insight to what's going on within us. And it's, once we see it, it's released because it comes up for our awareness, and it's just one of those times of pure enlightenment. So lots going on, but this is luck coming towards us now. And for underneath the Temperance, we have anchor. So the anchoring, and really just to ask ourselves, what are we anchoring in our being, in our bodies in this moment? Are we anchoring peace? Are we anchoring love? Or are we in some unstable situation? So if we're in a unstable situation or going through some challenges, just breathe. Breathe into the core of our being. Feel divine love there. Feel the sacredness of who we are there. And as we feel this sacredness, feel the sacredness of the divine within us, it dissolves anything that's been blocking us from connecting to that truth of who we are. And so it's being aware of what we're anchoring into every moment, because this is a card of balance, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, bringing in and anchoring light, anchoring love. And for underneath the sun, we have peace. When we look into the sun, it rejuvenates. it brings light, it brings life, it brings positive outcomes. So of the peace of the belief in that, of peace in your faith, that we're now travelling into this time of light, this time of upliftment, of joy, of happiness. And you can see there the joy that is coming from this card. Her heart is open, connecting to the divine. She is surrounded with blue, which is spirit. So clear and this is a time when the sun is in Pisces, and also Mercury is in Pisces. So this is listening to those messages that are coming through, and they will only come through with love and upliftment and encouragement. If we're speaking about anything else or anything that is not of that, we're speaking from an old trauma within us. So this is opening up now, letting this peace come in with this faith and this beautiful energy of the sun, our spiritual sun, bringing in divine upgrades, divine intelligence within us that is ready to be activated. And these are the epiphanies that we will start to have as Saturn moves tomorrow into Pisces. So wonderful reading. And this reading, because it's the beginning of the week, sets the theme for the rest of the week. So I'm just going to pull one from the mystical healing cards. So there we are. Asking for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective as we move through such a pivotal time. Access clear thinking. Wow, that is beautiful. Clearing our thoughts, connecting to that divine higher consciousness. He is unraveling. It looks like she is unraveling lots of tape. And when we're going through those releases and we're thinking over and over and over, that is when our crown, that is when we're having a release. So if your mind is very busy, know that you're coming to an end. To disconnect, to not make stories with those thoughts that may be coming to the surface as we're moving and transcending through this energy. So clear thinking, and you can see she has an angel wing on her crown, listening to that divine guidance, letting everything else unravel. The answers that we ask that only God's got the answer to, let go, because if we're asking a question, we don't know it. Otherwise we won't be asking ourselves, and we can dig deep and deep and go deeper into our subconscious, and we'll only bring up the same old thoughts. This is clear thinking, like a glass of clear water, allowing our minds to become clear, and that will give our bodies a beautiful rest, because every single thought creates a electrical impulse in our mind, in our brain, that sends signals throughout our body. So when we're nice and calm, when we're nice and clear, regardless of what's going on in our outside world, we are giving our body a rest from all those thoughts by reacting to every single thought, because what we tell ourselves our body believes. So it's changing that dialogue to peace, to space in the mind. And when we have that space in our mind, we do not lose our awareness. We become more aware, because then we speak from our heart, we speak from those beautiful messages that come from the angelic realm, from the higher self. So when we cut through all that chatter, our crown opens, and we then, a downpouring of higher consciousness comes in and comes through the body, bringing immense and powerful healing. So we're going through this time of transition, transformation and healing. So wonderful. Spend time, just breathe into peace. Pick a colour, maybe emerald, whatever feels right for you, blue, and just breathe it in through your mind, and allowing it to cleanse and clean out any thought forms that are no longer serving our highest good, that are actually blocking us from our higher self, and asking and allowing them to dissolve, and feeling the beautiful cleansing light moving through every cell of our bodies, and just letting go, allowing our hands to relax, and letting go of any concerns, any worries, feeling our body relax of all tension, and allowing our body to merge in to the light and dissolve anything that is no longer serving our highest good. Anything, any resistance to love, happiness, prosperity, health, allowing those lower thought forms, emotions now to dissolve into the light, so that we can raise up. So a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful week. So I'm sending so much love and blessings to you all, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.